And I just felt like he was like, when are you going to give it all to me? I think for me, one of the times I've felt like God has really spoke to me, and there's been numerous times where he's shown up. But it was the first time I can really remember was when I decided to give my life like fully to the Lord. So I was at a men's conference, kind of like this brotherhood one. And he was a comedian, and it's in the somber prayer moment where he's like, talking about what a relationship with God looks like. And I'd heard this many times. I was probably I think I was like 27 at the time. So I'd heard it time and time again. But this time specifically, I really felt like, we'd been drinking all the time and living our own ways. And we were I was half in and half out. I was doing my own thing, but also on Sunday and Wednesday was going to church or whatever. And I just felt like he was like, when are you going to give it all to me? I don't want half, I want all. And I was like, I'll do it. And I did. And so then, you raise your hand, and then he's like, all right, cool. Now if you made that decision, let's seal the deal with baptism. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go get baptized in front of all of these guys who, thought I was Christian. And so the enemy was like whispering in my ear, like, they're going to think you're crazy. They're going to think you're a hypocrite, all this stuff. And I had to like shut that out. But the Holy Spirit was like, no, they won't. I'm asking you to do it. It was like that still small voice that was leading me into that. And so I did it, and the exact opposite happened. They were cheering. It was one of those times where I'm like, this is probably what heaven's like.